Hi, I'm Nancy Martinez. I'm the Director of Marketing and the Independent Retail Customer Channel here at Limbush Roses, and welcome to LBR Talks, where we share nuggets on business and leadership to help you enhance and elevate your floral business. On today's episode, I'm excited to bring back Jeff Marone, our president here at Limbush Roses, and we're going to talk today about feedback, how to give it effectively and why it's important. So let's just jump right in and get to that conversation. Hi, I'm Nancy Martinez. I'm your host here at LBR Talks. And with me today, we have the president of Limbush Roses, Jeff Marone, back again. Thank you for coming back, Jeff.
My pleasure. Excited to be here, Nancy.
Yeah, me too. And excited about today's topic, which is another leadership foundation feedback. And Jeff, excited about this one. I think you excel at it, by the way. And why don't you just give us a little glimpse on what's feedback and why?
Sure. Thank you for your question. And as you said, to me, feedback is a foundational leadership element. And it's something we need to focus on and develop and always improve upon because, as the saying goes, feedback is a gift. And what it does is supports what we've been talking about in prior segments, building trust, improving communication, active listening is part of it. And it's really about helping employees, we'll use the old Army cliche, be all they can be.
Yeah.
I believe fundamentally everybody wants to make a difference. He or she wants to contribute at a high level and understand where he or she fits in the organization. And feedback is a great way to convey that.
Yeah, so feedback as a means to help, not to criticize.
Absolutely.
Or pick apart.
Yes. Studies have proven positive leadership, positive work environment are much, much more effective than those that focus on everything that's wrong. So oftentimes when we hear feedback, it's, oh no, here comes the criticism. What have I done? When we as leaders need to take the initiative and catch people doing things right, provide positive reinforcement when their behaviors are in line with what we expect and beyond that.
Sure. Which is easy to do when it's good, right? And on the other side of when the behavior is maybe not what you would expect.
Yeah, I think that's right. I agree. Most people find it easier to talk about positive things than negative. And that doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about the positive things. Again, here at Limbush Roses, we're focused on positive leadership. We have a goal of 4 positive interactions, feedback conversations to every constructive one. So we want to really emphasize that. And yes, it takes patience and skill, and it's being humble and taking risk as a leader to share that constructive feedback as well. And an important element of that is it's really about the behavior. It's not about the individual. And I think as leaders, we need to make that clear that we're addressing the behavior and the impact that the behavior is having on the business, the team, the customers, whatever, whether it's positive or it's highlighting an opportunity to improve.
Are there words that we can use to make sure that we're highlighting behavior and not the individual?
I think there are lots of ways to get at it. What I tend to do, which I think works well, is it's kind of back to our active listening of, here's an example. Nancy, this happened. What do you think? And get the employee's perspective on, here's what I saw and experienced, because I may pick up something that I didn't notice before that changes what I want to share.
Sure.
So that listening piece before then as a leader sharing, here's what I experienced, here is the behavior I want to talk to you about, here's the impact that behavior has on where we're going and what we're doing, and reinforce with an expectation of how we're going to continue to do that positive behavior in the future and build on that impact, or redirect that a bit and have it a positive outcome.
So you used the word impact a couple of times there. So in doing so, what's the intention?
Yeah, it's really to highlight how our actions have consequences. Again, basic stuff.
Gotcha.
This is all we talk about are basic things, and they're important. So I picked up that piece of cardboard that was in the walkway. That eliminated a trip or a slip hazard for somebody else. That improves our safety environment. It sets a good example for others. So it's simply, let's talk about the behavior, not Nancy's a bad person because she left that piece of cardboard in the walkway. It's about we took action to eliminate a risk, and that has a positive impact on our work environment.
So the behavior was that physical action. Behavior is important to address. The
Absolutely.
impact was it reduced a hazard
Yes.
and prevented a risk that way. So you emphasize behavior, then impact. So if we can just think of those two things hand in hand.
I think that's right. It boils down to that, and then reinforce that by saying that keep doing that. I love that you remove that safety risk. That sets a great example, makes our work environment safer. Keep doing that,
Yeah.
please.
And then to circle back, thank you, to circle back to the beginning when you said feedback is really a gift. To reemphasize that in order for someone to grow or what they don't know they can't improve upon.
Yeah, that's a great point. Again, we believe everybody wants to make a difference. If there are blind spots, and we all have them, or there's action we're taking that are really, really good, and we never get positive feedback that that's making a difference, we're not certain that it's the right thing to do. The counter is if we're doing something that may be off the mark a little bit, and we're not aware of that, how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know,
You
Jeff.
don't know what you don't know. Yes.
That's really good. Um, and if we wanted to have our partners here go a little deeper into this topic, so again, we're a short video blog here. What would you suggest?
Yeah, Ken Blanchard, who wrote The 1 Minute Manager, very succinct book, and he's got sections in there on 1 minute praise, 1 minute redirect. I think a very similar construct to what we talked about is getting input, talking about the situation, listening, and then being very specific and intentional about the behavior, the impact, and what we expect.
Yeah, that's great. Good.
Yeah, and again, sorry, the positive has a much bigger impact than always focusing or just focusing on the negative. So I encourage you to find your employees, your counterparts doing things right, and say thank you. And when you do this, this happens. Love it. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah, so powerful.
Absolutely.
Yet so basic. Again,
Well
right?
put. Yes.
Yeah, good. So that's a good challenge for all y'all out there that find the good, state the behavior and the impact that it has, and keep encouraging people in a positive way in feedback. So that's great. We'll have the link to Ken Blanchard's book below, so you can go ahead and check that out for a deeper dive. And again, Jeff, just thank you again for coming on.
Great to be here. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining in again. Thanks for tuning in for another great episode. We really appreciate having Jeff back on the show. And again, if you know a little bit about me, you know I like words and quotes, and I'm going to leave you with one again today. And it is by Ken Blanchard, and it is, feedback is the breakfast of champions. It's just short, sweet, simple, basic, but it really says a lot right there. It'll be in a download that you can click on and print if you'd like, along with the book that Jeff mentioned, 1 Minute Manager by the same, Ken Blanchard. And go ahead and do your deep dives there. So until next time, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you later.